President Rodrigo Duterte has presented
Vice President Leni Robredo said that
presidential fourth runner and former Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.
the Commission on Elections or COMELEC
Employment in the Philippines declined by 6.4%.
Early registration for academic year 2022-2023.
2 suspects identified as members of the Basag Salamin crime group were arrested.
The Commission on Elections, the COMELEC, is set to send vote counting machines.
Singer actor Ronnie Lian has achieved another milestone in his life.
Bringing you the top stories for tonight, I am Alvin Pelobello.
and I'm Trisha Gatitos. Welcome to Euortv News Tonight. Your news, our business.
President Rodrigo Duterte has presented
Vice President Leni Robredo.
Good evening, bringing you the top stories for tonight. My name is Alvin Pelobello. Welcome to Euortv News Tonight. Your news, our business. For the headlines, President Marcos appoints Tony Yulo Loizaga as DNR chief. 57% of Filipinos says the new president should control inflation rate. Nearly 9 out of 10 Filipino wants President Marcos to assert Philippine rights in the West Philippine Sea. DepEd or the Department of Education commits to push through the face-to-face classes regardless of the alert level status. And Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has clarified that folded banknotes can still be circulated and accepted. President Bongbong Marcos has appointed Maria Antonia Tony Yulo Loizaga as Secretary of Department of the Environment and Natural Resources or DNR. This was confirmed by Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles. However, Yulo Loizaga's nomination is still subject to the fulfillment of the required documents. Yulo Loizaga has chaired the International Advisory Board of the Manila Observatory, an organization where she laid out her advocacy for more scientific research on climate and disaster resilience. She also became part of the Senior Advisory Board of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Command and General Staff College. "57% of the Filipinos said that the new administration of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. should focus on controlling the inflation rate in the Philippines, according to the survey conducted by the Pulse Asia. Aside from controlling the inflation, 45% says the government should increase the salary of the workers. 33% are saying the Philippines should reduce the poverty, create more jobs, and fight against the graft and corruptions. The survey was conducted from June 24 to 27, where respondents have asked on urgent national concerns and issues that the new president should prioritize. When asked about the results of the survey, Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles said the inflation has been discussed during the cabinet meetings with President Marcos ahead of the survey period. On June, Philippines inflation has breached 6.1%, the highest since 2018. Meanwhile, majority of the Filipinos want President Marcos to assert the country's right in the South China Sea with the continuing reports of Chinese aggression in the regions which is inside the Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone. Based on the survey conducted by the Pulse Asia, 89% or nearly 9 out of 10 Filipinos wants Marcos to affirm the country's right in the waters of the Philippines, specified in the 2016 Arbitral Tribunal ruling. 95% from Class A, B, C, 88% on Class D, and 91% from Class E, which states clearly all socio-economic classes in the region supports the Philippine rights in the West Philippine Sea. The Hague ruling marks its 6th anniversary, where Philippines has won diplomatic protest in the West Philippine Sea over China. On a related development, Senator Riza Hontiveros has called President Bongbong Marcos to use its newfound influence with China to protect the interests of the country, but more particularly in the West Philippine Sea. Hontiveros made this statement on the 6th-year anniversary of the Hague Tribunal's ruling, which has favored the Philippines' diplomatic protest against China in the West Philippine Sea. Hontiveros also hopes that the new special friendship between the Philippines and China under Marcos' administration should prioritize the Filipinos pertaining to the sovereign rights in the waters of the country. Marcos is set to visit China following Chinese Foreign Ministry Wang Yi visitation to Malacanang Palace. On the other stories, the Department of Education is committed to push through the full implementation of the face-to-face classes regardless of the alert level status. DepEd Undersecretary Ipemaco Densing said this is the general policy of the department. Densing added that the government is trying the education recovery that has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Based on the DepEd order, schools are required to fully implement 5 days face-to-face classes by November. School year 2022 to 2023 starts on August 22 and ends on July 7, 2023. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD Secretary Erwin Tulfo, said almost 1 million unserving 4Ps beneficiaries will be removed from the social assistance program as it undergoes review. Families without eligible household members or who have already met the self-sufficient stage will be delisted from the 4Ps program. Vacated slots will be given to the new beneficiaries as many applicants are now waiting or in the list of waiting. DSWD has started reviewing the list Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, or 4Ps beneficiaries, to identify Filipino families that are no longer eligible to receive assistance under the program. Currently, the program provides assistance to around 4.4 million beneficiaries. The 4Ps program is a poverty reduction strategy that provides cash assistance to extremely poor households to improve their health, nutrition, and education.
We can only service 4.4. And the waiting list right now is about 10.6 million. 10.6. The instruction of the President during our first cabinet meeting noong nakaraang linggo, linisin mo ang listahan ng 4Ps kasi nga raw po ang daming reklamo at ang daming sumbong. Pati ho sa kanya nakarating na napakarami po dyan sa 4.4 na yan ay hindi naman nararapat dyan. Entonces, nasasayang po yung pera na galing po sa DSWD na hindi naman dapat napupunta sa taong ito o sa pamilyang ito because sila po ay may kakayahan na tumayo sa kanilang mga paa. Ang ibig sabihin, kaya na po nilang itawid ang kanilang pamilya araw-araw.
Senator Robin Padilla wants to be called by his name or given name, which is Robin Hood Padilla, in all Senate communication and correspondence. Vanessa Cleofas tells us the full details.
A neophyte Senator Robin Padilla has given notice that he wants to be addressed formally by his full name Robin Hood Padilla instead of his screen name. In his letter given to Secretary Mira Marie Villareca, the senator expressed his desire to use his given name. On the said letter, he respectfully informed the good office of his representation to be addressed as Robin Hood C. Padilla to all Senate communication and correspondence. Padilla also preferred his given name in news article. Before being a politician, Padilla himself named Bad Boy of the Philippine showbiz. Vanessa Cleofas for Euortv News.
Stay tuned for more stories as Euortv News Tonight returns.
magsayawan pag fully vax na. Tayo'y magpabakuna. Let's spread that good vibes sa bayan. Tayo'y magsama-sama. Let's get vaxxed for good vibes, kababayan.
Let's bakuna na para sa pamilya at komunidad. Magpa-booster para sa todong proteksyon.
An infectious disease expert said on Monday that the government should revive the use of dengue vaccines amid a surge in dengue cases in the country. Dr. Rontjean Solante, an infectious disease expert, has recommended the government to review the qualifications and guidelines of dengue vaccines usage. Solante added that this could result to prevention of hospitalization and severe dengue, but more importantly, the government should study the proper recommendations and indications when this vaccine should be used. Dengue vaccines have license in other countries such as Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia. The Department of Health has recorded dengue cases this year, which almost doubled the dengue cases reported on the year 2021.
Tingnan natin itong dengue vaccine. This vaccine has been licensed with other countries, no? Kagaya ng Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia, no? Dito sa Pilipinas, where the dengue is really very high, tayo pa yung walang ganitong klaseng preventive measures, no? So I think it's high time that if in case the government should consider having the dengue vaccine, they should review the data, they should review the benefit of this vaccine, which is prevention of hospitalization and prevention of severe dengue. Siguro ang importante lang dito, tamang rekomendasyon at tamang indikasyon kung kailan natin gagamitin at kung saang edad gagamitin para malinaw at hindi tayo walang hesitations.
Amid the continuous increase in dengue cases in the country, health experts recently suggested to review the use of dengue vaccines, a recommendation which the Department of Health has agreed. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergara said the government is still monitoring the completed trials. However, Vergara cited that these vaccines does not have a certificate of product registration in the Philippines. The use of dengue vaccines in the country has been suspended following the revocation of its CPR and a reason for a numerous child that were killed due to these vaccines. The Philippines has detected 79 more cases of highly transmissible Omicron subvariants, according to the Department of Health. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergara said the government found an additional 60 cases of the Omicron BA.5, 17 more cases of BA.2.12.1, and 2 more cases of BA.4 in the latest whole genome sequencing conducted from July 7 to 11. She added that the latest figures raised the country's total to 293 BA.5 cases, 87 BA.2.12.1 cases, and 12 BA.4 cases. The DOH has yet to identify the exposure and the travel history of all the patients. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has clarified that the folded bank notes are still acceptable in any form of payments. This follows the concern of the netizens about the non-acceptance of some establishments of folded 1,000 peso polymer banknotes. BSP said folded banknotes, or whether paper or polymer, are still can be circulated and should be accepted for payments. BSP likewise ordered the retailers and banks to accept them for a day-to-day payment transactions. A 4.7 magnitude earthquake jolts Davao Occidental Province in southern Mindanao. Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOX, said the quake was recorded at 12:54 this afternoon. Its epicenter has plotted 331 kilometers southeast of Balut Islands in Davao Occidental. The quake origin was tectonic and has no aftershocks expected. No damages or injured was reported. Stay tuned for more stories as Euortv News Tonight will be right back.
Magsama-sama, magpabakuna, magsayawan, pag-fully vax na. Tayo'y magpabakuna. Let's spread the good vibes sa bayan. Tayo'y magsama-sama. Let's get vaxxed for good vibes, kababayan.
Let's bakuna na para sa pamilya at komunidad. Magpa-booster para sa todong proteksyon.
The Philippine Weather Bureau has spotted a low-pressure area at 180 kilometers east of Casiguran, Aurora. The LPA has a lesser chance to develop into tropical depression, while the Habagat or southwest monsoon will affect the southern and western Luzon and also the western portion of Visayas. The LPA and Habagat will prevail isolated rain showers and thunderstorms in Metro Manila, Central Luzon, Mimaropa, Bicol region, provinces of Isabela, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, and Western Visayas. For stories around the globe, Japan has made their final farewell to former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe after being assassinated during his campaign last week. Prayers, flowers, and flags dropped with black ribbons have been delivered throughout the procession of hearers carrying Abe. It has been departed from Central Tokyo Temple and carried out to the procession of his remains through the city. Japanese people have thanked Abe for his works for the country. In our sports news, Renz Abando will be suiting up for his first FIBA Asia Cup stint with the Gilas Pilipinas as he replaced injured Dwight Ramos. The approval of Abando was confirmed by Gilas team manager and Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas Deputy Secretary General Butch Antonio. Abando, who is the reigning NCAA Rookie MVP, will join the 12-man lineup of the national team that will battle on from July 12 to 24 in FIBA Asia Cup. Filipino actor, comedian, host Paolo Ballesteros will host the upcoming drag show that will be held in the country. Zay Zoriano brings us the entertainment updates.
The most awaited drag show in the Philippines has ended the speculations online as it announces celebrity Paolo Ballesteros to be the host of Drag Race Philippines. Drag Race Philippines peaked on social media with Paolo's pompous aura as the host of the popular show. Aside from his excellent hosting skills, Paolo is also known for his makeup transformations, mapped internationally, which may have been a factor in his selection as the host of the first drag show in the country. In a separate video, Drag Race introduced Paolo as Filipino drag artist, celebrity model, and superstar host. In the comment section, Paolo posted a surprise face emoji with 3 red hearts. For now, Drag Race Philippines is expected to be aired starting August 17 on Wall Presents Plus. This has been Zay Soriano for Euortv News.
And those were the top stories for tonight. You can visit our social media account, facebook.com/official Euortv News for the latest and hottest update. Once again, my name is Alvin Pelobello and this is Euortv News Tonight. Your news, our business.